What's up, y'all? What we got? Nathan. What's up, Nathan? Hey, Sandy. Hey, Jacarius. Hope y'all are doing well. I don't know if you seen my post from earlier, but it is cold, first of all, and it is snowy as hell. It is a winter wonderland in Edmonton where I am. It's crazy. Like, y'all, I had to shovel. Me and my mom, we were shoveling. We had to both tackle that shit. And we'll have to go to the store and get some ice, or not ice, some salt to melt the ice, rather. Yeah, that wasn't my yard. That was me walking home. But, yeah. Not fun. Not fun. Hey, Angel. You have the air conditioning on. We got the heater on. Can we switch places, Sandy? Because, I know it's November and I should be excited for snow, but it's never fun. Because I know it's here to stay until, like, May. So, I got a long way to go. And it sucks because, in Montreal, it's 22 degrees this weekend. I'm like, why, Alberta? Why Alberta gotta do this early? Yeah, folks, welcome to the live stream. There is literally no game plan. I don't know if we're going to react to anything today. But we're hanging out. We can talk about GH a little bit. I'm not going to review it. But I am curious of your thoughts so far this week. Yes, Sandy, it snows till, like, May here. And I'll be lucky if it doesn't, like, give us another blast of snow by the end of May as well. Because they always do like a surprise attack here. All the snow will melt, and then out of nowhere, it'll just have a massive snowstorm again, and then it'll melt again within like 2 days. Like clockwork every year. And that's just what I go through. Alberta weather is bipolar, straight up. (21°C). Ugh, you're lucky. I'd give anything to, experience one last burst of plus 20 something as I sit here in, what is it? Let me just, -6. It's -6 degrees in Edmonton right now. Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed in the Liz story, too. Like, there is no need to bring Reiko into this. No need. It could have been any random girl. It's just making Liz's story Finn's story as well, which is irritating. Because, like, it's her 25th anniversary with the show. She deserves to bask in her own story, and they're tainting it with Reiko and Finn. Like, Finn should be a supporting role, not like a victim of Elizabeth's past. It's just so silly. I mean, really, this is, what this is giving, y'all? This is giving Laura in the attic with Rick Weber. Like, when they, like, had Elizabeth sort of, or Elizabeth had Laura go mad when she was leaving the show. How old was Finn's wife? I don't know. Like, she definitely looks older. And, for all we know, she could be. Like, we know that Finn is into older women a little bit because he dated Anna. But, hard to say. I love that they just kind of chipmunked Elizabeth's voice for, like, the scenes of her talking, just to make her sound a little bit younger. But yeah, she looked old in the flashbacks. I mean, yeah, she very well could have been. We know she died, like, well, young, but, like, who knows how much older she would have been, because that would have been 25 years ago, right? These writers can't be original, unfortunately. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, it's basically the story to the T. Laura walked in on her dad having an affair with, you know, someone in the medical field and killed her by accident. Even though they kind of, in a roundabout way, were like, well, yeah, she pushed her down the stairs, and because of the fall down the stairs, she needed a blood transfusion. And the blood transfusion was tainted with whatever disease she got, and that's what killed her. How old is Finn? I thought Anna and Finn was close in age. I don't know. Like, is Anna Finola Hughes' age? Because Finola Hughes, I think, just turned 62 or 63. Finola Hughes' age. She's 63. And also, is Michael Easton Finn's age? Michael Easton is 55. So, okay, she's not that much older, like, in the scheme of things, but, you know, Becky is, like, 45, so, I don't know. Both kind of 10 years apart. Roughly. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. It just seems so ridiculous that, you know, Reiko got a disease from a blood transfusion, and that's what killed her. There's a big age difference in Kelly Monaco and Michael Easton. Yep, Kelly Monaco is 46. 9 years as well. But Finn was never with Sam. Just, you know, Silas and John. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's it's just disappointing. I'm glad that Jeff and Carolyn are on screen and that they're kind of dealing with Elizabeth and her past. I don't even like how they've made Jeff a womanizer. I know all characters are flawed, but my goodness. Yeah. Because really, we know that he's cheated with at least 2 people. Because it's Reiko and then whoever Hayden's mother was. Also, like, I wonder if he's aware that she's dead. Hayden's mom. Hey, hippie gypsy. How's it going? You've come to a very relaxing stream today. We're not really, like, reviewing. We're just kind of sharing our thoughts on GH and what we've seen so far. I don't know if we're going to react to anything today. Just because we didn't come up with a true game plan. We were kind of talking about, like, hanging out, maybe taking a little breather, and then I think, what's today, the 2nd? And then next week, next Wednesday is the 9th. Jeff also don't know how to use a condom. Sheesh. Yeah, it's true. Who knows how many, you know, Webbers are out there. But yeah, also I'm intrigued on how they're going to tie Heather Weber into the story, because now she's got some kind of flesh-eating disease on her feet. And they ain't bringing Heather and Jeff back at the same time and not going to touch base on that, because let's face it, They have enough history themselves. Kind of weird to think that, like, Heather's son and Jeff's daughter were together. Oh, man. Also, was literally anybody surprised that Holly was reporting back to someone about Robert and what he's doing? Because I sure the hell was not even remotely surprised. Although, I've been thinking, and like, I don't know if Holly's necessarily being mind controlled. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. It's hard to say. But I think it's a possibility that if she isn't being mind controlled, like maybe he's got something on her. Because she didn't exactly sound thrilled that she was reporting back to whoever it was, aka Victor, likely. So maybe he has Ethan hostage somewhere. How is Heather related to Jeff? Well, they were married. They're not related by blood. They were married. Hence why her last name is Weber. And Heather Weber is the mother of Jeff's son, Stephen Lars Weber. And that's that on that. So yeah, in a morbid way, if Heather and Jeff were still married, that would be like Franco was dating Franco and Elizabeth would have been like step siblings if they had stayed married. Heather and Jeff, that is. Do. So Jeff likes crazies? I mean, I don't think that he knew she was crazy at the time. Not until he realized that she killed Diana Taylor. Likely. Sorry, I'm on Heather's Wikia right now. Just because I want to see if I'm, if I'm getting all the history right. But I think I've got it. I think I've got it down packed. Is Trina still on vacay with Rory? Nah, she's back now. She's back in town. And she and Joss spent today's episode kind of talking about their loves. Or their lack of love for their loves. You know, Jocelyn's nonchalantly like, you know, I'm just not that into Cam. And Trina's like, yeah, I'm not that into to Rory. I mean, they didn't really say it, but like, you could, the vibe was there, all right? And even Joss was like, yeah, you're still into Spencer. But Trina didn't mention Dex, but like, clearly the audience is in on that. The way that she looks at Dex. Joss is sitting there like, yeah, I don't know. There's just something that's not sitting right. Like, we haven't been the same ever since the sex tape thing. And we slept together, the night before, and I didn't feel much. Laura needs to get back and help Spencer. Valentine can take care of himself. Yeah. I mean, Laura's not going to be able to do much from out of, from prison, or when he's in prison. She's not going to interfere on that because that's going to make her look bad as the mayor. Not that her always constantly being out of town while being the mayor isn't doing her any favors either. I did think it was a bit ridiculous that she was a nun in disguise at that church and there to save Valentine on Anna's orders. So, like, she'll travel to what? She'll travel to, where is he? Italy? She'll travel to Italy she came from Italy, right? Because that's where, that is where Leslie was. But wherever Valentine and Charlotte are now, Laura felt compelled to go and rescue him. And it's crazy because, like, before she left, like, he tried to kill her twice. He saved her, to be fair, but, like, they weren't on good terms when she left. She knew that something was off. Maybe Anna filled her in on the Victor factor and how he was forced to do Victor's bidding and how Charlotte's in danger. We don't know how much Anna let Laura in on, I guess, so a whole judgment. But the fact that Kevin was there to help, too. He's only supposed to be in there for a month. Ugh. Good lord. Do y'all think Trina wrote the letter to Alexis? I don't think so. I don't think so. When would she have done that? I mean, the fact that they made it like an old typewriter. Like, I think they're also trying to somehow tie that to Esme, but I just don't think it's her. I just don't think it's her. Nathan, you said, something tells me Robert is about to get his heart broken. Why is Holly acting so weird? Simple, it's not her, and hopefully it's not someone in a Holly mask. I mean, it's just so weird, like, because part of me is like, yeah, it has to be mind control, but we saw how, like, Victor failed to control Drew. So either he found a means to control someone else with whatever else, and if that's the case, he should have just probably controlled Drew again. Or he's got something on Holly. Like, Holly wouldn't go against Robert if there wasn't someone that she cares about in danger. But also, Esme in the tower. Yeah. But also, I don't know, because they have Holly having moments of, like, staring off into space, or, like, twitching, and, like, just seeming, like, deep in thought, or dizzy. Like, there's got to be reasons for that, right? So, I don't know. It has to be, like, mind control, or, or something. It's got to be a mixture of things with Holly. Because Holly would not do that to Robert. You know that. We all know that. It's either someone's in danger or she's being mind controlled, or maybe it's a bit of both. Using an old typewriter. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, You know, she's in this old part of Windermere. There could have been a typewriter in there, but then how did she get the letter out? You know? But also, has she been in there for 2 weeks? Because they made a point of saying that it was mailed out 2 weeks ago. And soap time, we don't know if it's been a couple days or a couple weeks since Esme's been locked up. Because the Hook Killer starts their activity back up when Trina returns back to Port Charles. But they made a point in saying that the letter was mailed out 2 weeks ago, so I don't think Trina spent 2 weeks at that comic place. Where could Lucy be? She may be in some kind of cabin getting care or stashed away. She's definitely stashed away somewhere. For sure she's stashed away. I think we know damn well that Lucy would not... I don't think that they would kill Lucy because they know there would be an uproar. And, like, honestly, notice how nobody in town believes that Lucy's actually dead. No one. No one believes she's dead. Everyone is saying she's too resourceful to die. Mind you, everyone believed too quickly that Luke was dead, and everyone knows the kind of guy Luke is. Yes, Victor will take kids too. Yeah. And the thing is, Ethan's not a kid. You know? Ethan's a grown-ass man. The only caveat for Victor stealing kids is like, yeah, he's kind of holding Charlotte hostage, but she's blissfully unaware. Just always has a guard because he can't be too careful, as Charlotte said. Also, I love that Kevin kind of threw a bit of shade at Valentine, saying like he still owes him for the bullet to his shoulder. Because Valentine tried to shoot Laura and shot Kevin instead. And these are the two people helping Valentine right now. That's what makes this show so annoying. Like, dude, everyone just kind of sweeps like pretty disgusting things under the rug. Jason's body was never found either. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, for all intents and purposes, they had to kill him off. Because it wouldn't have made sense to, have him just leave his friends and family again. But we know Jason will be back if they ever lift the mandate there. Because Steve's open to coming back if that's lifted as well. But yeah, it's fascinating how certain characters react to deaths. Mind you, like, notice how it's all the veterans being like, yeah, Lucy's not dead. People like Scott and Robert and Anna and Felicia and Mac, like, they've all seen so many people come back to life in the, 50 years that they've all been in Port Charles. I'm exaggerating the time a little bit there, but not by much. Most of them have been there for about 40 years. So, Mac slightly less so. Scott possibly a little bit more. But yeah, I just know damn well Lucy ain't dead, and Lucy's gonna be seen somewhere at some point. Probably regretting thinking that she had one-upped Victor, of course. In a perfect world, maybe she's with Luke somewhere. Jason ain't dead. Yeah, we know Jason ain't dead. But for now, he is. Because we don't know when he'll be able to come back, and I don't think the writers, the producers, are going to try to recast him again. After all the jumps they had to go through to make, Billy Miller's Jason, a different character. Already not liking November. I'm okay with November so far, like storyline wise. Like it does suck that Victor is definitely one upping everyone, but I think that's kind of, it's the beginning of sweep, so things had to kind of go to hell in a handbasket. But we also don't know, like, the only thing I'm worried about really is where they're gonna go with those diamonds still on. Oh man, listen, I just oh yeah, she's probably still wearing those damn diamonds. You're right. Off to a rocky start. Lucy may be in Pawtuck with Mason. That would be interesting. I don't know if they have ties to Victor though. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm holding judgment. We're 2 days into November sweeps. Hopefully things will look up. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about with Holly is that we just don't know. She's not on for long. That is what we know. So will Holly be redeemed before she leaves again? Because, like, judging by her Instagram, she's already back in the UK. But I'm worried about where they're gonna leave things with Holly. Because if they leave things on a bit of a bad note, then I definitely want her to come back and finish up that story when she's able to. Obviously, they don't want Emma Sams to work too hard, given her health. But hopefully they don't leave us hanging and have us wondering why she betrayed Robert and what's going on with her there. Maybe we'll get some answers soon. Aiden Devane should hit Port Charles. We need Alex Devane to show her face again so that we can get the ball rolling on proving Anna is innocent, though we know she is. The characters, I mean. I'll be right back in one moment, though, guys. Sorry, y'all. Oh, good night, Sandy. All right. Anna needs some more family. Yeah, I agree. I don't like Valentine. He's sucking up to Victor too much. Yeah. But, in all fairness, his daughter was pretty much in danger, so I can't really blame him. Let's see. Yeah, we're talking about Holly's health, or Emma Sam's health. But speaking of health, Brit ain't looking so good again all of a sudden. They have her coughing out of nowhere, and clearly Liesel looks very concerned. And I'm assuming this might have to do with an exit that's happening soon. I'm hoping... Well, I mean, here's my hope. I really don't think that Brit is leaving the show. I think that they're going to usher her off for a little while she's out filming that other ABC show. But clearly, we're at the beginning of that exit for her. And it's about time that they kind of address, like, her Huntington's disease again. But, the fact that they haven't showed it at all this whole time and then all of a sudden she's coughing, it's kind of like... Seriously, it's annoying. Be right back, one more second, guys. Sorry again, y'all. My allergies be wilding out again. I forgot to take my allergy pills earlier, so I went upstairs to take some. Now I'm just waiting for them to kick in so that I don't start sneezing in front of y'all. She can leave town and go get some help. Good riddance for the time being. Won't miss Brit, but we'll miss KT. I've grown to like Brit. Yeah, I really like Brit, y'all. I think that they really did a good job with her character growth, especially... since the last time she came back. I think, her character growth is one I'm impressed with because she really, when you come on as a character that's really just essentially a 2-bit like caricature of an evil girl that was always bad. But then they give her emotions and they give her like humanized characteristics. It's they did a good job with that. And then they put her with Jason, which is a bold move. Obviously they kind of fizzled out given what was happening behind the scenes, but I do wonder like where it would have gone because they were obviously putting Jason with Carly, and I wonder if the writers were planning on having to try to get him away from her for that reason. It's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know what factored into them suddenly pushing Jason and Carly as Sonny was on his way back to the show. Just to give them some fake angst, I don't know. A bit silly. But yeah, I really think this is just a temporary exit. J-Brit felt a little too J-Sam light to me. I mean, in a perfect world, Jason and Sam probably would have still been together. It's just clearly, for whatever reason, the writers didn't want to invest in them, and it's so bizarre because like Jason and Sam essentially are like the last thing that was as close to a super couple as you can get on the show. And if they wanted to, they could have written them to be like a strong, bonded family. They wouldn't have Sam all of a sudden be, worrying about this and that and not growing. but I don't know. I feel like there was a lot that we didn't get to see. All right, good night, Jacarius. Good to see you here. Man. What else kind of happened that is worth talking about in GH so far this week? I mean, the Liz thing and the Robert and Holly thing is kind of like the big stories to really discuss. Carly and Drew having to hide their relationship is a bit dumb, but I also don't care about Carly and Drew, so it's not. I'm like, whatever. Give them some angst, I guess. Writers didn't care about Jason at all. And the thing is, like, when Jason first came back, like, obviously it was a bit awkward with, like, Billy and Drew, but, like, as soon as the earthquake happened, I felt like they really were starting to get their footing with J-Sam, and, like, having her admit the feelings, and then having her break up with Drew, and then going on adventures with Jason and Spinelli. They were hitting the ground running, and then, like, somewhere along the line, it just didn't go the way it was supposed to. And I think part of it is because, you know, the mob aspect isn't really there anymore. Like, it's present, but it's not what it was. You know, Sonny doesn't have enemies going after him. I hate what they did to Sam. She was a shell of what she was. Yeah. And, you know, the sad thing is that the same could be said for a lot of characters now, you know? Like, Robert sitting there saying his hands are tied, and him being the DA instead of a spy. Like, it's so weird. And someone on Soap Central was kind of touching base on, like, how all these characters that had great jobs are in dead-end jobs all of a sudden. Like, Alexis, the lawyer, being a journalist. And, you know, and even, like, Lulu being a journalist instead of a nightclub owner back in the day. Maxie, she was this once glorious fashionista, and now she's, like, this... what does she do in Deception? She just owns it? Like, what does she do? What is she doing? But they have her in, like, the least, like, flattering clothes, and she was this, like, sassy fashionista with fiery personality. And now she's just, like, deadpan and going to orchestras with Austin. Like, what are they doing to these characters? It just makes me so mad. Okay, I gotta blow my nose, y'all. It's dripping. Be right back. Man, the struggle is real. Okay. Why isn't Sam even investigating anything on the show? It's so dumb. Yeah, for real. Like, they have her, like, talking about how she's a PI or really, like, doing some investigating, but, like, they mention it and then she just forgets what she's doing. And now she's supposed to be investigating the diamonds for Britt. And what do we have her doing? Like, hanging out with Carly and Spinelli. Like, Britt hired her. Why isn't she doing anything? It's so dumb. I don't think they know how to dress the plus-size women. And, well, which is annoying because, like, you know, we got a lot of, like, plus-size women in, like, the industry rocking their outfits. You know what I mean? Let's hope of all places you'd think that they would know how to do it. But in all fairness, I feel like the clothing on soaps has really gone downhill overall. Like, we don't see, for many people, regardless of size, like, great outfits that you're like, damn, they're rocking. It's like, Yeah, the characters are so watered down. It's true. It's true, Jake. It really is. And the fashion is watered down too. The only person that they give like decent outfits to these days is Lucy. That's like the one thing that stayed consistent with her character. Actually, I feel like Lucy overall, as little as we see her, and that's probably why she's written so well. She's always really been like the same. That's why we need new writers with better ideas than what we see now. Yeah, we could use some new writers. It's hard because it feels like the soap writers just keep getting shuffled around. Like there's no new blood, I find. And I think we need like new young blood to kind of like modernize GH a bit more. Like I think they're trying to modernize it a little bit. But you know, it's just the stories are so slow. And we're now in a day of age where like we like fast, quick content. You know, like well, at least the younger generations anyway. But it does feel like GH is taking extra time than they need to for a lot of storylines. And you know, you think back to like the Guza era, as there were a lot of flaws about the Guza era, but storylines happened in a much quicker manner. And not like super quick, but just like you wouldn't see something going on for more than a year. You know what I mean? I feel Ava dresses quite sharp. Yeah, that too. Yeah, Ava's pretty consistent with her fashion as well. You're right. Yeah, Ava and Lucy. But like the characters who were once like fashionistas, like Maxie and like even when you think about like Carly's old wardrobe and Sam's old wardrobe and like, you know, they look good. I don't know. I just wish that they dressed Maxie a bit more badass. Like, yeah, she's not this bad girl anymore, which, like, part of me misses the bad girl Maxie, but, like, also part of that was character growth with Spinelli. But they just, I don't know. They, somewhere, Maxie shouldn't just be, like, this good girl, good mom, sort of, like, laid back, sort of chill, down for whatever, like, girl. She should still have that sassiness about her and to be able to scheme a little bit still. And the last time that I seen that Maxie, which was a big surprise to see it because it had been so long, was when she was kind of when she met Brando, because she seemed like her old self and like being very curious about the kind of guy that he was and just kind of sizing him up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Maxie should be doing much more on the show. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. Maxie could be so much more than she is. Whatever happened to the fashionista? Yeah, no kidding. Like, I find, you know, unless whoever's in the fashion portion of GH doesn't have, like, a sort of... What's the phrase I'm looking for? They don't seem up with the trends of, like, you know, what females typically wear, like, here in the modern day. Not like, you know, soaps. I know it's a soap, but like, you know, Maxie cannot even read men correctly. Yeah, right, Angel? Maxie used to be able to just sniff out like a con when she's seen one. Because Maxie herself was into the con, you know? Why everybody hated Brenda but loved Carly. I personally loved Brenda. I didn't hate Brenda. I wish Brenda was on now. And I would much prefer. I know a lot of people love Sunny and Carly. I much would have preferred Sunny to end up with Brenda. And I think obviously part of the fact that they're not together is because Vanessa's not on the show anymore and Carly was the next best thing. But like I never liked Sunny and Carly to begin with either, okay? Like let's don't get it twisted. The only reason why and I'm dead serious, the only reason why I was okay with Sunny and Carly getting back together was because it got her away from Franco. Cause that was sick. Like, okay, put her with Sunny, I'm okay with that. Carly and Franco was a mess. It's Brenda over Carly for me. Yeah, me too. I love Brenda. She's fun to watch. She's a mess, but she's fun to watch. And Brenda has so much more ties to the canvas, even though like, Carly's been around a lot longer, but Brenda has good relationships with people. She has good relationships with the Quartermaines. She was good friends with Robin, and like she had ties kind of everywhere. She had her hands in the cookie jar all over the place, and even in her last like longer stint on the show in like 2010 or 2009 to 2010, 11, whatever it was, like her friendship with Spinelli was cute, and like her relationship with Christina and Molly, like they were building really good relationships with these people. And in time, I think like Brenda and Dante as like friends could have been nice to like see after what they went through as well. Hated how they made her weak the last time, but VM probably wasn't going to stay long term. Yeah, she only signed on for a year. Her last big stunt. Obviously she came back for the 50th year, but they had a lot of cameos that year too. Brenda's voice too whiny for me. I didn't find it whiny. I think that Vanessa has a way in her acting that seems so realistic. Like, I feel like it was... I found it fascinating her last go around in like 2010, like interacting with certain cast members, because it's like you could tell she came from a different time of acting. I feel like there was a lot more genuine performance in her in relation to some of the cast that was around at the time, and that's not to diss the actors that she worked with, because GH overall does have a great cast, but you could just tell she comes from a different time in soaps. It's like watching Finola and Tristan and John York and Lynn Herring and Jeannie Francis and like all those characters that came from 80s and very early 90s. Like you can see the difference on their performance compared to the actors and characters that were introduced in the 2000s onward. Like it's a different breed, you know what I mean? And we can say like, oh, it's because they've had decades of acting under their belts, but not really. Like I don't know. Obviously, they have a repertoire with each other that's probably sincere because of their long-lasting friendships. But even when they're acting with newer characters, there's just something different about the way they approach a scene compared to their scene partners. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. See, like, that's the thing. The writing was so bad back then. Like, Ron Carlivati wasn't thinking of, like, realistic situations when it came to putting Carly and Franco together. He wasn't thinking, like, let's put Carly with this man because whatever. He was thinking, let's put Carly with Franco because Laura Wright and Roger Howarth have chemistry, and they were liked as Carly and Todd, so they'll be liked as Carly and Franco. And that clearly wasn't the case. I think Ron Carlivati bet too hard on that one, and he clearly didn't care on character integrity. And I felt the same way with Elizabeth and Franco too. I know they had their fan base, but to me, putting a character like Elizabeth Weber into a relationship with a man who used rape as a weapon several times was disgusting. It disgusted me. And I just, Frizz fans, y'all, like, I don't know if you guys just didn't care about Elizabeth as a character and you just wanted to see Franco or Roger Howarth with someone and don't care about the history. Like, it drove me mad, yo. I've always resented Ron Carlivati and the fact that he put Carly with Franco and Elizabeth with Franco. It ruined the characters for me completely. It didn't make sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I loved Carly and Todd too. They were fun to watch. Carly and Franco, it didn't matter that it was played by two actors that I liked seeing together as a different set of characters. It's like, it's like Caleb and Livy, and obviously I didn't watch them, but I actually liked Sam and John together, but I didn't like Sam and Silas together. Same actors, different characters. They couldn't have Carly with Todd, so they created Carly and Franco. They could have made Roger Howarth anyone. No one wanted to see Franco back. Like, nobody asked for Franco back. And I think even then, I think from what I remember of like everyone's reactions to Roger being Franco, it wasn't like, wow, what a twist. It was like, oh my god, really? Why would you give Roger this character? Like, ugh. Silas was so dry. He really was. He was boring as hell. That's why they killed him off in the first place. But I don't, and I try to think, like, would I like would I like Sam with Finn, though? Probably not. And I like Finn as a character, but I don't see him with Sam, and I don't think that they'd have the same kind of chemistry as Sam and John did, because John isn't Silas. John isn't Finn either. So, the characters have to work as well as the chemistry with the actors. Do we even know what was in that letter Brenda gave Sonny before she left or after? Was she pregnant with Sonny's twins and had to give them? No, we found out what was in the letter because when Brenda came back for the 50th anniversary, she told him exactly what was in the letter. That was like her whole monologue. Because she asked him if he read the letter, and he admitted that he threw out the letter. So she just said exactly what she said in the letter to him. I would react to that clip, but it's post 2013, so it would probably get flagged. But it's got to be somewhere for sure. When Liz said she deserves a man like Franco, I was so disgusted. I don't like Liz most of the time, but she doesn't deserve a man who made a woman believed he R-worded her. Yeah, you're right. Like, ugh. It just disgusted me, those two. And even hearing her, like, grieve Franco today was just so, ugh. But, they basically beat everyone down with a stick until they accepted Franco, or Roger as Franco, and Franco with Liz. So, I just did my best to, like, disassociate whenever they were on, to be honest. I'll be right back again, y'all. I gotta blow my nose one more time. Hoy. Alright, y'all. But anyway, we were kind of off topic a little bit, I guess. Sorry, I'm kind of digging through message boards here. Apparently it was Rachel Adams, aka Audrey's 93rd birthday yesterday. Dang. Then they had Liz try to campaign for people to like Franco, especially Jason and Sam. Yeah, that made me so mad. I'm glad that they didn't really simmer Jason and Sam towards Franco. Like, yeah, they like tolerated him, but never like it was never to a point where it's like this doesn't make sense that they're like accepting of him. It was just like eye rolling and like, oh, I just gotta accept him because he's Elizabeth's, boyfriend and husband now. But like you could just tell that there was always resentment towards Franco, and I'm glad that they never lost that. It made me mad that Drew was all like besties with Franco because at the end of the day, Drew still had Jason's memories. Like even though he like intellectually he knows that or at the time he knew that he wasn't Jason, like all his thoughts about Franco, all of Jason's thoughts about Franco were still in Drew's head. So that made no sense that he was all like loving with Franco just because of a past that he didn't remember with him. All right, y'all. But I think I'll have to end the live stream in a couple minutes just because my allergies are bothering me anyway, and I don't want to keep on like running off stream to blow my nose. But we've been here for an hour, so I feel like that's good. I think I came on at 9:47 my time. It's 10:47 exactly. And so yeah, we'll end it here, guys. I'll let you guys sleep. I'd like Kim to come back and tell Drew that she lied about Oscar being his son. Dude, that'd be so crazy. Whose son would he be, though? Also, we know that Kim had another baby. So, and we're assuming it's Julian's, right? And they had Franco teach Cam about sex and how to treat a woman. Yeah, that was pretty messed up, too. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna call it, guys. My hope for all of you is that y'all stay in weather that isn't -6 with endless amounts of snow, because it's not fun. I'm so bitter. Happy for y'all, but also so bitter. Hang on to whatever ounce of summer and autumn that you guys have left, okay? And in the meantime, I will get better, man. It's just allergies, It's me. I take allergy pills like twice a day. I just forgot to take them the second part of the day, that's all. It's just my life, you guys. Eventually they'll like wear off because I took the pills like 25 minutes ago by now, but it is what it is. Get some rest, y'all. I will catch you guys Sunday. Thanks for watching the live stream. If you liked it, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys this Sunday. Next week, we'll try to react to something. I'll make, give me suggestions in the comments once I'm off the live stream, okay? All right. See you guys. Yeah, see you guys this Sunday. Peace out. Bye.